Most YouTubers are obsessed with views. My spiritual YouTube channel, Conscious Creation Academy, focuses on buyers instead. And in just 4 months, that tiny channel made me over £14,000 in revenue, brought in 670 new leads, and went from 500 views to over 240,000. It also went from 225 subscribers to 3,850, getting monetized in 90 days. Now that was without a viral hit, no paid ads, no other social media, just a simple YouTube authority system using vidIQ and their AI system that turns small channels into client pipelines. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly that 3-part system. Then I'll show you the 3 simple steps to get it set up for yourself using vidIQ AI. There's a link in the description where you can create your own vidIQ account through me. I am an affiliate for it because I've had such ridiculous success with it and I cannot recommend it enough. And in this video, I'll explain exactly what to do once you've got it. So let me just give you some context so all this lands correctly. I have a spiritual channel called David Marshall Conscious. I've had it for about 2 years. Now, during that time, I've been using Facebook ads every single month to create leads for my business, but it wasn't really working. And in YouTube, I wasn't really taking that seriously. Maybe 5,000 total views, 225 subscribers, and 0 business behind it. So I decided in late 2025 to treat it like a client acquisition channel. And I learned to apply a specific YouTube authority strategy that I kind of created very quickly as I got into it. I use vidIQ AI as a guide for every single decision. And here's what happens in the next few months. Views went from 5,000 to 240,000. Subscribers, 225 to 3,850. Monetized in 90 days, created memberships, around £14,000 in revenue, and 670 high quality leads. Now, I use the same authority system to help coaches, practitioners sell their high ticket programs on YouTube. And in the age of AI, YouTube, I believe, with real humans teaching and sharing with their history and their lessons, is going to be the most valuable resource of real information. And I'd encourage you to get started now. So here's how the YouTube authority system works. What we're going to do is we're going to find big names and we're going to use their reach. Now, most creators ask, what do I feel like making this week? The authority question is, who's already got my audience and what are they teaching them? Because SEO, search engine optimization, applies to YouTube massively. And here's how I used vidIQ to really maximize this. I searched and found the big names in my spiritual niche, well-known teachers, coaches, marketers, that type of thing. These teachers were offering well-known teachings and lessons, but I wanted to add to them or even disagree with them to offer something different. These teachers' names were the engine that I used in order to grow the channel initially before I had my own authority. Now with vidIQ, I looked at which of their videos were getting the most views, suggested traffic, search volumes, that type of thing. I wrote down core topics that they covered and importantly the questions that their audience is obsessed over. So I wasn't copying them. What I was doing was I was using them as a map, if you like. I was using their reach and what their audience likes and what they're interested in to inform me about my own channel. Now these people had already trained the market. They'd already warmed them up, if you like, as my future clients. But they also didn't have the experience or the answers that I had. And I want you to remember, if this is your first venture into YouTube, you have experience that no other teacher has either. And that's your value. That's really the power that you have. That's what you need to refine and place onto YouTube to build your person-driven business. Then here comes the authority move, and this is really important. I take one of their most popular ideas and I'd ask 3 questions of it based on my experience and what I'm seeing. The first one is, what's true but incomplete about what they're teaching? The second one is, where does this advice actually keep people stuck? Because of course, not everybody gets everything right. And finally, what am I seeing that with my clients that contradicts what they're teaching? And then I used vidIQ AI again to dig into a few things, related search terms, questions that people asked in comments, and long tail phrases. So long phrases with real pain behind them. Remember, we have to help people. That's the key to any kind of marketing. And then I'd create a video that acknowledged their big name idea. I would mention them in a respectful way. I'd refine it with my deeper perspective, and I gently challenge that part of the video and their teaching that actually doesn't work in real life. For example, if a big spiritual creator said, just trust the universe and it's going to all flow. Now, I knew that wasn't true, of course, based on my 35 years exploring and working with people. My angle was, well, what if the reason you're stuck isn't that you don't trust the universe enough, it's that you're kind of using it to avoid very human decisions. So it's the similar topic, something that somebody can relate to very easily, but it's completely different depth. And also the fact is I was presenting it in a way that I knew worked. So here's how you become a new teacher in the market and not just a clone of somebody else. Once I had that angle and information, every video essentially followed this three-part authority structure. I would call out the exact situation, whether it was named or not, but I'd call out the exact situation, like you've done so much inner work, but your reality hasn't caught up. Money's not working, relationships aren't working out, and your purpose feels all out of sync. So you've done the work, but it's not working. I'd offer a counterintuitive insight, which is break the obvious explanation and go deeper. Like, it's not that you're blocked, it's that you're using the wrong spiritual tools to bypass a decision that you don't want to make. So the key here is to create next steps for people. You're identifying the need, you're going deeper with them, and then you're creating some kind of movement with them. Then I close with a very simple path with a lead magnet or to make an appointment. The simple steps, things like here's a guide or a training session, book a call, download my lead magnet. And over time, owing to the AI I was using, I was able to understand exactly which lead magnet worked best. So my conversion's massive in my lead magnet. And that's how the channel produced the money it did, 670 leads, £14,000 without viral views or complex funnels. So if you want to try this on your own channel, it's what I'm applying to this channel here, no matter when you're watching it, as I'm going to build this one also in the same way. Here's exactly what to do with vidIQ, which is to actually set up an account. Their AI is amazing. Use the link in the description to create your vidIQ account through me. As I say, I am an affiliate. By using that, I get a tiny bit of money that helps keep the channel moving. And I use this vidIQ every week. I'm a power user for sure. Step 2 is map the big names and the topics inside vidIQ. Search the big names in your niche. Who's been around for a long time? Who's extremely popular? Note their best performing topics, and you can get the AI to do that. You can get the AI to look at keywords and phrases that have search volume and buyer intent. And then the third thing is generate and refine a challenge, something different, a different angle that you can use. And then you're going to use the AI to spin up new video scripts and ideas around those topics. You do have to understand your own topic, but by working with it, you'll really find some amazing videos and your own unique perspective. You're then going to turn them into titles and outlines using AI. You're going to refine the challenge. You're going to go deeper than mainstream advice, and that's what people respond to. And if you do that consistently using the authority structure I just went through, then your channel stops being just content, starts becoming a client pipeline. So if you're a coach, if you're a practitioner, spiritual business owner, and you want help building this exact system, understanding how you can use YouTube and to grow your authority, to build your audience massively and funnel them into a business for you, then use the link in the description. Get that vidIQ account set up, start using that, and make sure that you then book an appointment with me. The link's in the description so that I can tell you exactly how you can get started. On that call, we'll do a few things. We're going to map out the names and the topics of your niche, which is very important. That's your gateway, your search engine optimization gateway, if you like, the engine. Then we'll design and refine your challenge, your authority angles, and then build a simple path from viewer to lead to high ticket client or digital products that people also buy as well. And by the end of that consultation, you know how to turn a YouTube channel into a serious client magnet and acquisition system. And if this interests you, do subscribe to this channel as I grow this channel using exactly the same systems and processes. Get that appointment booked in. Let's get onto Zoom, have a chat, and turn your YouTube channel into an authority client magnet that brings you clients 24/7, 365 days a year, and really allows you to live the lifestyle and live your purpose doing what you love. That's it. See you on the next one. Take care.